All right, we're going to do a video analysis here on CJ. This is his second video, so let's see the adjustments he made. All right, definitely looks like some progress. Some things I'm seeing right away, so let's take it from the top. We got good leg lift right here, eyes on target. Right, obviously we're on a flat ground, so we're not going to get as much forward momentum with the hip as we would ideally get on a mound. So let's see how that hip shift goes. I'm not seeing a ton of hip shift. I'm seeing just more coming down and sinking into that back leg, which is good. I want to see more hip shift going towards home plate. Again, I know that you're on a flat ground, but this is a habit we want to build. So that's definitely something to keep in mind. So let's see. We got leg lift. We start to come down. Right, when we get in this position here, we're pretty good. Right, we got the straight leg right there, keeping us closed. We got the back leg loaded. Front side looking down the elbow, that right elbow for you, CJ, as a lefty. And then back here with the arm, I'm seeing a little bit of tension. Right, so it looks like, I know it's a little blurry, but it looks like you're gripping that ball pretty tight. And that arm is not relaxed. So let's see how you progress. So now as we ride out, I really like the lower half a lot right here. Right, that back leg is nice and loaded. This front leg is staying closed, so that means the hips are staying closed. Front side is pretty strong, going towards home plate. I don't like the arm coming back like this. Right, that's going to be a weak position. Right, remember, if this was a weight right here in our hand, right, this would be super, super heavy. Looks like your arm's getting locked out back there. So let's see how you progress from there. Yeah, you're getting a bad arm swing. Right, so if you take a look at the hand, right, when you come out, instead of coming straight down to the pocket and pulling with that elbow up like we've been practicing, you still have the habit of getting that arm out and swinging back in a circle. You see this? See how it follows the arrows? That is not where we want to be, because now you'll see this in a moment. Lower half looks a lot better. Now, as we come forward right here, we're getting good hip drive. Definitely a big improvement, where we're getting right here in front foot strike, and this knee is coming forward, causing that hip to come forward, causing everything here to go, right? Which is good. Front side glove tuck definitely needs to be improved. You get out in this position here with the front side, right? You're here. We need to be able to tuck and pull that glove into us. You're letting that glove kind of just fall by the wayside, right? Look at this glove right here. When it goes from here, right, as you progress, boom, you're just kind of falling, and that's causing your chest to be exposed and have you fly open, right? So we can definitely, that should be an easy fix with that strong glove tuck right into your side. Front leg looks stable, because as you land, especially as you're going to produce more energy, we want this to be locked out and stable. Looks like your weight's on your heel, which is exactly what we want as well. Looks like you're over-rotating a little bit, where you're falling off glove side, right? Again, you're not on a mound, but the reason for the over-rotation is just simply because when your hips rotate so forcefully, you have to get used to stabilizing them a little bit better. Because you see right here, you stabilize, you through. Now your back leg comes through and it's crossing over, and your body can't stabilize it. So you're always going to fall off glove side a little bit, especially when you start throwing hard. Guys do it all the time, but when you do it too much, when you're really falling off glove side, it's a timing issue with your hips. So just be aware of that. That's something that we can definitely continue to work on. I think if you were to lead with your hip better in this position, and we were able to get some more forward momentum going downhill and then driving with the back hip, you would get more energy into the ball, and I don't think as much would be wasted on over-rotating glove side like that. Now, the biggest thing I'm seeing is the arm path right here, right? So when you get in this position here, front foot strike, let's see, right here, we already spoke about the glove side, right? That's no good. We want to work on that. You're getting to that 90 degrees, which is what we want, but look where your chest is relative to your hips. Your hips are starting to open and your chest is wide open. A lot of that is due to the front side, as I just said, but a lot of that mostly I should say, is due to the poor arm path, right? So because you're taking so long to get up to that 90-degree angle, your arm is stuck back here, right? Your arm is still trapped back here, and everything else in your body is going towards home plate forward. So that creates separation right here, and the result of that is an arm drag, which you're seeing right here. Your arm drags through, and then you're following through, right? It looks like you're throwing into a fence, so your extension isn't as ideal as we'd want it to be. Remember, especially when we do the towel drills, we want to be in a position here where we're kind of getting out here, right? We're getting more extension leaning forward and releasing way out here more. So that's just something to keep in mind as you practice, because I know you weren't throwing to a catcher. So we always want to practice good extension. The longer our hand is on the ball, the more spin we can get, the closer it'll get to home plate, the better your perceived velocity will be as well. But the main takeaways here are the arm path, right? Really, really hammer that home. We drop down to the pocket, right? We come down right here, down to the pocket. We ride that hip out. We pull with that elbow up. So that way when our hips get in a good position, we're at 90 degrees, right? You're going all the way back and around, right? You're coming out, you're coming here, all the way in a traditional arm circle, which is putting a lot of negative stress on your arm, especially as you try to add velocity. And because you're taking so long to get up to that throwing position, your timing is off, and that causes arm drag. Arm drag is something we want to avoid because it's going to sacrifice our secondary pitches. We're going to be under the ball, which you could see here, that you're releasing with your fingers behind the baseball instead of out in front, right? That's going to cause your two seam not to move as much, your other pitches. It's going to be harder to pronate because you're so behind on the baseball, and then it can eventually lead to arm fatigue or arm pain, unfortunately, and sacrifices your velocity. So the biggest thing for you, CJ, is continue to work on the hip mobility, because I could see they're definitely improving. You made a lot of progress with the lower body. We want to continue down that path. And then the arm path is the big one. Arm path and front side. So the upper body stuff, really, really focus on that. Get another video to me soon. Let me know what you think.